Good evening, Fantasy Ghosts. This is your Commissioner Rhino here. How is everybody doing tonight? Tonight, we got a fire show, AFC West preview show, sleepers, breakouts, and fades. We'll be right back. Let's go. How are you doing tonight, JX?
I'm doing good, man. I'm ready for the season to start. It's right on the corner. I couldn't believe it that, I'm looking at the calendar and, my Kansas State Wildcats play on Saturday. And it's like, dang, wait, hold on. Y'all, football got here a little bit too fast. But
Oh, nice. You have to let me know where to watch that because I like some college football. So
exactly. Yeah, it's week 0. So, like I said, we'll get some real football for the first time this weekend. It's in college, but it still counts.
Oh, I love college football, man. I love
Hmm.
it. Before we get started, Ghost, man, we need your help. We're trying to get to 500, man. Please like and subscribe. Get us to 500 before we get to the sleepers and breakouts and fades. Hey, the last hour, 2 trades in the same division. Devon Bell going to New Orleans Saints and San Francisco 49ers to trade for Sky Moore.
Yeah, I mean, we know how bad it's for the 49ers.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to say, "Oh, it's only because you guys are Rams fans." No, they have a
No.
lot of injuries stacking up over there. They're barely putting together a wide receiver core and a backup running back group right now. So I don't think this will be their last move. They still
No.
might even have to sign a couple guys, to kind of just to keep a rotation together.
I'm telling you right now, man, don't be surprised if you see them freaking try to trade for Brian Robinson.
I wouldn't be surprised at
Not
all.
at all. And I think what happened today, what pushed this even further, was that Jacob Cowling went down with a hammy, was it hammy or calf, and he had just gotten back to practice. He went down, so I think that just pushed him to okay, see where we can go. So with all that, man, I don't know if anything changed for you, but let's get into it, man. Who do you have as a sleeper?
Who I have as a sleeper, I'm gonna stick with the Kansas City, just because of the uncertainty in their running back room, and there's gonna be a lot of different guys getting the ball. I'm putting all my sleeper, basically like stash on Breshard Smith because
Hmm.
he's just so explosive. I mean, and he's just he's super fast, super quick, like great running back who can catch because he was a formerly a wide receiver. I
Yeah.
just don't see how it's not going to work. I mean, I even saw some rumors saying that he may not make the team. He may get
No, no,
cut.
no, no.
I'm just like, no, there's no way that there's no role for him on this team in any capacity. So I'm placed. I'm putting all my sleeper stash on Brashard Smith. I have a lot of Brashard Smith, so like I said, I really believe in him as a talent.
I don't have that much. I wish I had more. But one thing too, the thing about too with Bashar Smith is the fact they can line up Pacheco in the backfield and split him out.
Exactly.
It just opens up more stuff for him, and they can use him as a Tyreek Hill kind of role a little bit. I mean, they got speed with Worthy and everything, but yeah, I like that one. Um, the sleeper for me is Deontay Thornton.
I mean, I don't know if anybody's sleeping on him anymore.
That's true. I probably talked about him enough, man.
Yeah,
But man, what
it's probably your fault because you've been telling everybody since day one. And
probably but 6'3", 230 runs a 4.3. You can see in preseason how they're going to use him too. You know, and there's a couple of times during games Saturday, but I watched it Sunday, that they just missed him on the long ball.
hmm
Just missed him.
yeah, and it's apparent to me. Like, and this is when I knew. Um, like I said, I don't take preseason games, for much anything. But there's certain things that you can see you can tell. Like when I was watching the game against Seattle, he was playing at a different speed than everybody else.
Yeah.
Like they were in zone coverage and he was like closing the gap really fast between people. Like it was a different type of speed. I'm just like, man, no, I think the Raiders really might have like a difference maker potentially on their roster, or out there.
What was your comp be to him? To me, it'd be like a DK Metcalf or maybe a lesser version of Megatron.
For me, it was it reminded me. He reminds me of a former Steelers receiver. Martavius Bryant. Like
Oh,
Martavius
yeah,
Bryant, like in his like at his peak though.
yeah, the one
I
year,
mean with the
2 years.
Steelers, yeah. I mean that dude could stretch the field. Long, lanky guy, same kind of build, and yeah, I can see that for Deontay Thornton.
You got any other sleepers?
Any other sleepers for me? Um, no, I don't think I have any more sleepers. But I'm definitely filled with breakouts and breakouts and I guess guys we're fading. So
Interesting, because that was the hardest part for me is trying to figure out who I'm going to fade. And I figured one out when I was driving home from work. So it's going to hurt, and it's going to hurt for me to say it too. It really is. It's going to hurt. I might cry, but we'll see. I think I'll say Tre Harris.
mm, understood.
You know, I think he will. I think he has a role in the team. You can see it. I know. I know a lot of people think that Keenan Allen is going to take his targets, but I think Keenan Allen, the way I've seen it, is that Keenan Allen is going to back up Ladd and come in for Ladd on the depth chart right now from the depth chart that I've seen. So Tre Harris has a spot. Now, will the preseason darling LMS take that spot over? I don't know, but I still think he's gonna have a good season. I hope so because I have a whole lot of stock in him. Whole lot of stock.
Yeah, and I don't think that Tre Harris is necessarily gone. Like he's not. I still think he has that. He has the ability, of course, to be an outside receiver
Mm-hmm.
and be a really good one. Just with Keenan Allen coming on the team and him having that, like just that chemistry with Justin, I see Ladd and Keenan together a lot as some like just throughout the season. But I'm not giving up on Tre Harris. Like I said, there's going to be games where he has 3 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown. Like
Yeah.
he's going to have those games. Unfortunately, just with the target competition, there'll be a little bit few far in between. But no reason to sell all your Tre Harris stock.
And I think also, especially with the news broke about Vele being traded,
Mm-hmm.
Troy Franklin
Yeah.
is a sleeper because he's a lot of talk about him, how much he's improved. And you see his skill set a little bit towards the end of last year where you can see that maybe it's starting to slow down a little bit for him. He was understanding the system. But yeah, I think Franklin is a sleeper. Big time.
Yeah, it was interesting to see how that they would kind of put that together with having Bo Nix, and like I said, I think you're right. He is starting to all figure it out. I know it's crazy that we're going to keep talking about the Broncos here, but my sleeper, I'm kind of all in on J.K. Dobbins right now.
Okay. I like to hear that.
The ADP is excellent, and I think he has a David Montgomery type floor for this season. I know everyone's excited about R.J. Harvey. I'm included. But all the things I said about RJ Harvey apply to J.K. Dobbins. He's playing behind the second best offensive line in football, who are the best run blocking unit in football. I think he takes all the tougher carries away from RJ Harvey this year. They're going to use RJ Harvey in space, give him his opportunities. But I do believe that J.K. Dobbins is going to have kind of like that season where he may have double-digit touchdowns. He could have 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
We've seen Sean Payton use 2 running backs before with Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara.
Yeah. And
I think we're
use them successfully too.
exactly, and I think we're going to see a replication of that.
And I think Dobbins adds a little bit more of we know just from camp talk that RJ Harvey has struggled with the pass pro.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that Dobbins is good at pass pro.
Exactly.
And so I think they'll be using him a lot in the passing situation too, 2-minute drills and stuff like that. I love that. I just picked him up in a trade on a dynasty team. So I like hearing that. I
Yeah,
like
I'm
hearing.
trying to get some more of him across the board in Dynasty. Like if someone's willing to give him away for cheap, because when people love hype, so they'll keep all the hype in RJ and be like, okay,
Yep.
I'll give you JK for a third and a fourth, or if you feel like you got a late second, they'll do it. So redraft, like I said, around 10. I love the pick of JK Dobbins.
Right on. Well, breakouts.
Breakouts. I have breakouts. Oh, of course, I have Rashee Rice. Yeah, Rashee Rice. I mean, the pace that he was on last year, is was unmatched. I mean, I feel like he was going to catch 250 passes from Patrick Mahomes in the slot last year. Um, Hopefully, he doesn't get a crazy suspension. I mean, they just gave one to Demarcus today, so. I'm thinking I'm starting to get a little afraid it may be a little bit longer than we anticipated being only about 3 or 4.
I
But if it doesn't and he's only suspended about 3 or 4 games too, I can see a really big breakout season for Rashee Rice.
Yeah, God, he just needs one full. Because if you think about his rookie year, he didn't start getting turning up into towards the last 6 games of the season. So you
Mm-hmm.
saw it there. That last year, his season was cut short because of injury, and you saw
Yeah.
it. You see it. I mean, you see it. I mean, the proof is right there.
Yeah.
That he definitely a candidate for a breakout season. Definitely. I think Omarion Hampton is going to have a breakout season his
Mm.
first year. I think for me, when I was looking at the rookie running backs coming out, of course, Trayvon Henderson was one, and Auburn Hampton was two. Then at Ginty is three.
Mm.
He just the size of him, how he moves, and he can do everything. I know, and Najee Harris. I think I just read that he got put on the pup to start the season.
I don't know if he did get put on the pup, but I've heard all consistent reports that he wasn't going to be available till week 3.
Okay,
So they probably are going to put him on a pup if they
yeah.
haven't already.
So who's there to take the care? I mean, there's some legitimate. I mean, the kid, what was it Sanders, could maybe spill some carries for Omarion Hampton,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be his backfield.
Yeah, I mean, and Vidal too, but
Yeah,
realistically, it's going to be Hampton's backfill for
it,
majority of the time.
yeah, it would be like probably 88% Hampton, then 5% Sanders and Fidel.
Yeah.
You know, you got any other breakouts?
Any other breakouts here? I feel like I do have one that I'm missing out on. I want to say Brock Bowers, but that's cheating. I think Brock Bowers. Forget it. I'm gonna say it anyway. I
Say
I
it.
I, I don't think I don't think people understand the QB upgrade that Brock Bowers has gotten. I think Brock Bowers' season this year is gonna be one for the ages. I think it's gonna be a reminiscent of Travis Kelsey's
Mm-hmm.
1,300-yard season. Like I really do believe that Geno can take Brock Bowers to the next level, and we're going to be saying, yeah, this is going to be the best tight end we've seen, and he's going to be the best tight end for the next 10 years. I think Geno can elevate him that high.
And I think another breakout for me be the X-Man, Xavier Worthy.
Mm.
I think he's a breakout season. You saw it clicking for him towards the end of the season last year too. He is a clear wide receiver 2 on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Rashee Rice does go on suspension, that's pretty much a high percentage that's going to happen. And probably my think is probably like 4 games, 5 at the most, because it was reported that they wanted 10, so they might just split that down to the middle and say 5.
Yeah.
He'll evolve into to where it's gonna be a 1A 1B situation.
Sticking with the Chiefs, you know who else could break out?
Who else?
Noah Gray. Noah Gray really,
Oh,
Noah Gray could really have a nice season next year. I know we all want to believe that Travis Kelsey is going to remain the same, but Noah Gray put some really heavy tight end weeks out there last year, and it was kind of like, man, maybe this is kind of a passing of a guard type of thing. I remember last year when he had 2 touchdowns against Carolina. Like it's like, yeah, we want not Travis. Noah Gray had 2 touchdowns against them, and like I said, in the right situation, Travis falls back a little bit. Noah Gray steps up and he kind of takes over that role, and so Travis can just kind of ride off into the sunset.
I could see that, man. I could picture that too. Very much so. What do you think with a Devonville trade? That elevates Pat Bryant to probably the wide receiver 3, correct? You would think. So do you think what do you think his floor would be or ceiling?
I'm just really not too sure. Just off of coach speak, Sean Payton said we had Sean Payton said we have a wide receiver 1. That's what we have. That's what he basically said. He basically said wide receiver 2 is a mix of things. So I mean, I don't know, because Marvin Mims had a really good stretch again this
Marvin
season.
Mims.
Yeah, and but I really like the Pat Bryant guy too. I'm laser focused on prospects that coaches go get. You know, when the consensus has a player 4th round or 5th round, but when the coach takes him in the 3rd round, it's like, wait, hold on, he has a plan for him. You know, and that's how I kind of look at things. And I think Pat Bryant is a part of their plans, but we just don't know to what extent right now.
No, and then the fact that he's comparing to Michael Thomas.
Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to jump the gun. Every time I hear Michael Thomas, I'm like,
I know.
Go get Pat Bryant, but it's like, no, just wait.
if you are Michael Thomas, have a good ankles, please. You know.
Yes.
Well, you know what? One more breakout. Evan Engram.
What was it?
Evan Engram.
Evan Engram. Okay.
Okay, maybe it's the breakout number 2 season for him.
Yeah, but comeback season.
A comeback breakout. We got a new one to do now. We know what he can do. We seen it a few years ago. Last year, just struck by injuries. This year, he's going to be in that Joker role. He's probably going to be the Jimmy Graham when Jimmy Graham was with the Saints and Peyton had him, and he moved all around where he tried to get paid as a receiver because they use him as a receiver. So I can see Evan Engram being the same way this year. I think he's going to eat. Maybe Sutton and Engram and little Franklin down the hill, down the field, sprinkling a little Pat Bryant. I'm actually excited about their offense.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the Broncos in a whole. Like offense, defense, coaching. I mean, I think they got a really good team, and I mean, I have high hopes for the Broncos. I think they can win the West. I mean, they're a real complete team.
Yep, I agree with you, and that hurts being a Raiders fan to say that, but you know, I know what reality is for me, so you know, I can't fake the funk, you know. Ain't gonna fly. Who's your fades, bro?
Who's my fades? Well, I know we've been talking so much about the Broncos and how great they're going to be, but my fades, because of kind of what we talked about, is the wide receiver core.
Okay.
I think there's going to be less opportunities than there was last year of having to come back. There's going to be less opportunities of having to, have those shootouts. Bo Nix last year, he was 3rd in the league in deep ball attempts, and he was 6th in the NFL in total pass attempts.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be that high anymore. I think the defense is going to be able to dominate games. I think they're going to have a little more run control with having 2 running backs back there, not just one. I just think that Cortland, like you said, Cortland Sutton will get his, and Evan Engram will get his. But after that, I think we're looking at 3 wide receivers where we can't predict what we'll see every week. You know.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny said because I'm fading any Chiefs receiver other than Worthy and Rice.
Oh, okay. So like no Hollywood.
Yep, I'm fading all Juju, all of them. You know, I'm not touching it because it's sprinkle here, sprinkle there, and it's like it'd be like Xavier. I mean, it's like Flowers, right, for Baltimore. how he would have 3 catches one week for 20 yards, and then next week have 5 catches for 85 yards, maybe a touchdown. And I think that's how the Hollywood Browns and Jujus, they'll come in for specific moments, but not enough to put them on the roster or play them. Unless something drastic happened, you had to play them, but God forbid that happens, man. You got any other fades?
I mean, honestly, I don't. And because I just feel like this division is so high powered. I mean, whoever we're fading is like low hanging fruit. It's like, okay, I'm fading the tight end for the Chargers. I don't know what it is, right? Is it Stone Smart? Is it Aranda?
No, I think it's Disley or
is it Disley? Like,
or Gatson, which he's gonna be a good red zone threat.
No, I like Aranda Gatson. Yeah. I think he's gonna be very good, but just not this season.
No, exactly.
So yeah, like I said, this division is so high powered, man. Like the fades here are few and far between.
Yeah. This kills me to say because I love this kid, man. Love this kid. Jack Bech, man.
Yeah.
I got fade. I was like high on him, man. All the drafts, like best ball drafts, I was getting him. And it's like, oh, wait a second. Open your eyes. Listen to what people are saying. Deontay Thornton's running with the first. Trey Tucker's running with the first. Trey Tucker's having this preseason off. Jack Bech hasn't.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's not going to be a good wide receiver because I think he will, but there's no room for him right now.
Exactly.
Unless, even then, and you know my love for another wide receiver, but I'm not going to mention that name because the shepherd will kick me off the show. So I'm in between. I'm not. He's not going to be a sleeper. We're going to be a breakout. It's just going to be just regular.
He's going to be here. He's going to be present. He's going to be present.
He'll be present, catching balls silently, going for 1,200 yards or something. Well, shoot, man. Hey, I had a hear me out here. I had an epiphany the other day when I was driving home from work. I just started from my 18th fantasy football league to draft. I have 3 going on right now, and I get 6 more after this.
Wow.
And I realized that I could put my Marine Corps background into use when I draft. And the Marine Corps, they teach you to adapt, to overcome, and improvise. And I have learning to do that right now in one of these drafts. Because I started the draft totally different from when I went, how I usually start, and it kind of threw me for a loop. And I took a step back, took a deep breath, and then used the old Marine Corps way, man. Adapt, overcome, improvise. Goats, don't be afraid to do that, man.
I say it all the time. Fantasy football is just not a football game. It is a mental game as well.
I know. It gives me
You have to strategize.
Hey, Goats, man, we appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe. Help us get to 500. And then next week, we'll be doing the NFC preview, maybe with a special guest. We'll wait and see. Remember, be a difference, make a difference.
Go Jacoby Myers.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.